Hello, hello. It is 4 o'clock and it is time for the energetic elevation education, and I'm so excited. I have been waiting, literally counting down the minutes to hop on live. So let's make sure that I'm live in the right place. Let's get everything all set up. Let's see. I'm gonna open this on my computer so I can interact with you this way. So hello and welcome. If you are hopping on live, say hello, let me know that you're here. If you watch the replay, hashtag replay, and interact with me that way. I am very excited to be here. I am trying out a new setup with my phone and light and all of that. So let's see how this goes. Fingers crossed it works out. So this week, I did not do a card pull. Because I had some dental work and I just wasn't feeling up to it. So I want to start out with a little card pull for the group, whoever watches live, whoever watches the replay. I'm going to pull a card and a message for you to start this off, give some people some time to hop on live, and all of that good stuff. So happy Sunday. Sundays are always one of my favorite days. I was thinking about that earlier. Something special about a Sunday. It's just an extra good day. So I'm just shuffling the cards, knocking out any energy. I am going to be pulling from the Angels of Abundance. It's a Doreen Virtue deck. It looks like this. There it is. Okay. So let's see what card comes out for the group, whoever is watching live or the replay. This is the message that is for you. I feel like I need a drum roll. Drum roll, please. The card is Quiet Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. And the card looks like this. The light I have is kind of bright, so I don't know if you can see it. Do like that. So this card actually deeply resonates for me, as we are going through a time of massive energetic upgrades. Massive. And I have been called to take a lot of downtime, a lot of rest, to integrate, to recalibrate. And I am sure I'm not the only one that needs this time. So honor yourself, allow yourself the time to be still with yourself, to be in relaxation mode. Allow yourself to just like chill out and let whatever energetic shifts that need to happen, allow them to happen. Allow any upgrades to happen. Just allow it. Be in relaxation and allowance of light of your upgrades. So that's a beautiful way to start this training, because there are a lot of energetic upgrades going on right now. And that's why I was so called to do this in this time, because we're all experiencing it. It's a time of, hi Mom, it's a time of massive upgrades, elevations, and a lot of people are getting sick from it. I know I myself had a stuffy nose for a few days. One of my clients is just getting over being sick. She had a fever and it was just recalibration. I know a lot of people are feeling ill and it's our energy just recalibrating. So to start off, I want to talk a little bit about energy and how we are all energy. And if you see me looking this way, I'm looking at my computer because I wrote some notes up when I was in like a channeled state of things that wanted to come through, things that I was meant to come through. So I want to make sure that I'm touching on everything that I intend to. So we're all energy, and I love the way Feel Good explains it. If you are new here, I will tell you I'm a big Feel Good fan. If you're not new here, you know that I am always sharing his videos because I love the way he explains things. And he recently said, or I don't know if it was recent, but I recently came across this video where he said that we are all different rays of the same source of light. And I love that explanation, because we are all one energetically. We are a collective, but we have our own unique vibrations, our own unique experiences, and our own unique energy. So it's like a unique ray of light coming off of the collective source. So if you want to think about like a sun, and we're all different rays coming from the sun, but we all go back to that one same source. So the sun is just an example, but that is a good visual to bring explanation to that. Forgive me, I'm going to be drinking a lot of water. I am parched. So we're all one. We are all God created light. We are all God. We are all universe. And I will probably flip back and forth between saying God, universe, source, spirit, creator. To me, it's all one and the same. It's all energy. It's just different names for the same energy. So there is a divine creator within. There is light within all of us. That is our innate being. We come from source, we are source, and we are all the same source, just a different expression of it. So as we are going through these energetic upgrades, hi Erica! As we are going through, I'm so happy to have you here. As we're going through these energetic upgrades, we are moving from the lower triangle of chakras, which is the bottom three, to the upper triangle of chakras. So I'm just going to go over briefly what the chakras are, just so if you're not familiar, you have a basic understanding. The first time, Erica says, long time no see, lots going on. I know, it's been a while, but I'm happy you're here, happy to connect. Yay! So the first chakra, I'm going over the 7 main chakras. There are more than the 7, but the 7 are the most often talked about and the most important to know to get a grasp on it. And as you understand energy further and further, then you'll come to know the other chakras as well. So the root chakra is located just in the hip center. It's a bright red light, and it is responsible for security, stability, family, finances. Any earthly concerns resides in the root chakra. Moving up, we have our sacral chakra, which is just below our belly button. It's a bright orange color. That houses our creativity, our sensuality, sexuality. Our passions are also in the sacral chakra. Going up again, we have the solar plexus just above the belly button. It's a bright yellow color. It governs our sense of self, our power, our worthiness. Our boundaries also are determined within our solar plexus chakra. So those 3 chakras are the lower triangle of our energy. And then we have the heart chakra, which is the center of our chest. It's either seen as a green or a pink light, and that houses love, forgiveness, compassion, acceptance. And the heart chakra is the center of our energetic being. The heart chakra is the truth of who we are. We are love. We are light. So when we want to connect to ourselves, it's important that we're connecting to our heart chakra. And as I will go further into explaining the different dimensions of elevation and things like that, you will see that as you raise your elevation to higher dimensions, it's a more heart-centered essence. Erica says hers is pink and gold. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. I love that color combination too, so yay. Moving up, we have our throat chakra, the center of our throat. It's a bright blue color. Communication, expression, and pride all reside within this center. And then going up, we have our third eye chakra, which is like also known as our brow chakra because it's like right here, which is an indigo color. And that houses our intuition, our imagination, our thoughts and beliefs. And then up right here at the very top of our head, we have our crown chakra, which is seen usually as either purple or white light. And that is our connection, our oneness, our spiritual center. So our upper triangle includes the heart, the third eye, the crown, and of course the throat is in there, but it's less of a focus. It is important, but the main focus when we're elevating our vibration is the heart, the third eye, and the crown. So, I need another drink of water. So those are the main, I'm spilling my water all over. Hot Mess Express, always and forever. So those are the main chakras that you need to have a basic understanding about as you're going through the elevation process. And I said need, but you don't necessarily need to. It's just very beneficial to. Water and breath, very important. Water and breathing is like the must-haves. It's so important. And thank you for the reminder, because when I get excited and I get into that creative channeled state, I forget to breathe. So let's all take a nice deep breath. Thank you. Okay. So we are now collectively coming out of the third dimension and rising up into the fifth dimensional existence. So let's talk about these realities and what the heck they mean. The 3D reality is very physical, it's very dense. The energy is heavier in 3D. As you move into 5D, it's a lot lighter, it's more love and light, it's heart-centered. So one of the things that I do want to clarify is that when you're moving into higher dimensions, it's not like you're leaving the physical plane. You're not leaving Earth and going somewhere else. When people talk about new Earth, it's not like an actual new Earth. It's just a new vibrational frequency that is being experienced here on Earth. So don't think that as you're elevating, you're going to go into this new dimension and totally leave Earth, leave everything else behind. It's not the way it works. It's more of a mentality, a mindset, and an energetic vibration. So a 3D mentality is a lower vibrational programming. It runs solely on the lower triangle, and there's often a lot of blocks in them as you're still in the 3D mentality. Your thoughts and beliefs are limiting, they're fear-based, and you're full of doubt. So when you're experiencing those things, you're within the 3D matrix. And now you can be rising up and having a fifth dimensional existence and still experience third dimensional thought patterns like fear. But the higher you raise your vibration, the less often you're going to experience those fear-based thought patterns. So any fear or doubt, that's really a lower vibrational frequency. So the goal is to eliminate those so that you can just rise up into the fifth dimension and experience just love. The fifth dimensional mentality is running, like I said, on the upper triangle of your chakras, and you experience a lot of trust in there. Your thoughts and beliefs are limitless, very loved-based, compassion, and heart-centered. So you're going to be experiencing just a lot of love and acceptance and compassion for all that is, not only yourself, but for everybody else. When you're vibrating in a fifth dimensional standpoint, you begin to understand that the reality of we are all one and what that really means. What that means, like, if you were here in front of me, me looking at you is like me looking at me. We're all the same, but just within different physical bodies. So the fifth dimension is really much more accepting and loving. And no, you can be in the third dimension and still experience love. But as you elevate your vibration, you understand more and more that it's all love. Everything is, it's either love or fear. Every emotion goes back to either love or fear. So, one of the easiest ways to elevate your vibration is to choose love time and time again. When those little, what I call them, like little gremlins, like your ego or your fear-based thoughts or your limiting beliefs come popping up, say no and choose again and choose love. So, that's a little trick to energetic elevation. Love or fear, exactly. So just checking my notes again to make sure I am going over everything that I had channeled to bring through today. So again, when you're living in the fifth dimension, you're still living on Earth. You're not going anywhere. You're not leaving. You're just living from a different vibration. So when you're emanating a higher vibration, you're going to start attracting higher vibration things. So as you're elevating, you might begin to notice that things shift within your life, your friendships, your relationships, your jobs, your careers. You're no longer attracting the lower vibrational fear-based frequencies. So you're going to start experiencing more love, more compassion, more of an energetic, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be more stable. It's less up and down. There's going to be less drama in the fifth dimension because it's all love. So there's no need for drama. Drama ties back to fear, which is a lower vibration. So as we are elevating our vibration, it's a much happier existence. It's more like, it's so much more loving. And as you are, oh, let me see what Erica said. I think kids naturally go to the fifth and we learn to get pulled down through life. Life was bigger as a child. Absolutely. So one of the things that I do is a light quotient activation. And the light quotient is how much light is active within the world. And we are born as pure light. But through our lives, we are programmed to shut some of that down. We're programmed to dim ourselves. So the light quotient activation, or the light body integration, is my remote session, activates all of the light within you. It brings you back to that pure essence, the truth of who you are. And it really brings your light body, which I'll talk a little bit more about, into your physical body so that you are being light. The truth of who we are is light, and we're just programmed through the lower dimensional, the 3D reality that we're forced to live in, to shut it down and become more dense. But now we're going through a mass awakening where the 3D reality, I mean, it's still going to exist, but it's going to become less and less, and it's going to affect us less and less the more we rise up. Erica says, and now as an adult, I'm learning to not be available for lower things, that the higher opportunities will be seen if I am not available for the lower. Absolutely. I agree 100%. The more we raise our vibration, we raise our energetic standard, the more high vibrational things are coming to us. And isn't that a beautiful thing? Who doesn't want more high vibe shit in their life? So, yeah, as you raise your energy, you're going to see that lower vibrational things are going to stop coming to you. The things that are currently a lower vibration are going to start falling away. And one of the things is you kind of have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with leaving what doesn't serve you behind. Because the more that you can say no thanks to things that don't serve you, the more space in your life that you're going to have for the things that do serve you to come. So it's really a beautiful thing to say no thank you and goodbye, even though sometimes it is difficult. Like, I'm not going to lie, there's going to be times where you're like, shit, I didn't really want to say goodbye to that, but I know it's in my best interest. I know it's of my highest good, so you should do it. And I don't like shoulds, like, do whatever feels good, but I think you know what I'm saying. And Erica says, exactly, impact love, meaning abundance in all things. Amen. And spaciousness, yes. I am really coming to a point where I don't want a lot of things. I want more space. Just like put me in the middle of an open field and I'm good. Erica also says, be available to choose. Yes, choice is very important. You have a choice in everything. You can choose to rise up and elevate, or you can choose to stay within the 3D matrix, and that's your choice. Neither is better than the other, because better is putting a judgment on it, and judgment goes back to fear, which is a lower vibration. it's accepting that some people may choose to stay within their lower vibrations, and that's their choice. We can't force other people to rise up. It's actually going to be to our detriment to try to pull them up with us. We can let go and invite them up, but it's their choice whether they accept our invitation or not. And that takes, in my experience, a lot of practice to just kind of be like, okay, it's your choice. You get to choose to stay within this pattern. And as you elevate, you're going to see the lower vibrational patterns of others that are playing out. But you can't force them to let them go. They have to be ready to let them go. And that's a big lesson for me in my life, is that people have to be ready. You can't force it. You just gotta accept what is. So yes, as you're elevating into the fifth dimension, you're going to see that you're also less triggered by things. Now, I believe triggers are there as, Erica says, we are all on our own journey. Exactly. Triggers are there as a reminder to see what we need to continue to work on. They're there to show us what still needs to be reconciled or healed. I don't like to use the word healed as much because in our core, in our heart, we are already healed. We are already pure white light. It's just tapping into it, remembering it, and calling it in. But as you elevate your vibration, you're going to see things trigger you less. You're going to, oftentimes we experience this experience where things that would have triggered us in the past, we notice them and don't let it trigger us. We just say, okay. One of my mentors taught me, that's interesting. And just let it be, accept it, love it. And notice that you have risen up. And it's all about rising up and elevating and anchoring in more and more light on this earth for the better of everyone. This is a little off script, but I'm inclined to mention how I don't watch the news. I believe that the news is like the #1 way to lower your vibration. It's very fear-based. So, I don't like to look at all of the things that are wrong with the world, because there are a lot, and that can really get you down. And a lot of the issues in the world are things that I can't single-handedly do anything about, and that's a tough pill to swallow. But what I can do, I can raise my vibration. I can anchor in love and light. I can be light. I can shine my light as bright as I can. And by me shining more light and choosing, instead of fear, choosing love, I believe that's helping the world. And I believe that the more people that do that, the higher we rise up, the better things will get. And that's something that I really love, because there's power in that. I can choose to be light. I can choose to be love. So I have the power in that. But by watching the news and looking at everything that's wrong, it's hard to fix all of it by yourself. You can't fix it by yourself, but what you can do is you can rise up. And I think that's what the world needs, is just more people shining their light, more people rising up. That's all we need. Just rise up, elevate. So let's see what else came through for me to talk about. So energetic, I've talked about this in this group before, but I'm going to mention it again. Energetically, time doesn't exist. Time is relative. Time is a construct. Time does not exist. All is now. There is no past. There is no future. It's just now. Everything is happening now. Let's see what my mama says. I definitely feel better watching less news, as you suggested. Yes, no surprise there, mama. No surprise there. So energetically, all is now. So we can quantum leap, timeline jump, and shift into alternate realities instantaneously. And I know that's it's a quantum talk, but it's possible. So energetically, as we're raising our vibration, we can feel into different frequencies. We can call in different frequencies, and the higher we vibe, the more higher vibrational frequencies are going to be attracted to us. So if we're in a fear-based mindset, a fear-based energy, living within the 3D matrix, and we're desiring to live a life of abundance, of love, of joy, of passion, it's going to be harder to call that in because you're not an energetic match to it. But when you elevate your vibration, you're then an energetic match to your desires, and they're going to come to you like a magnet. So as humans, we have free will to decide where we're vibrating. So you get to choose with your focus. So you get to choose time and time again where you want to vibrate and what you want to focus on. So I'm trying to think of a good example. So right now, my jaw hurts because I had some dental work, and I could choose to focus on the pain, or I can choose to focus on the fact that I'm living my dreams, sharing my message, doing something that I was wishing for only a few months ago. So that's like a silly example, but it's the only one I have right now. You get to choose what you're focusing on. You get to choose if you're suffering or if you're experiencing joy and happiness. So when you focus on lower vibrational events and emotions and energy, that's what you see more of. You attract what you're vibrating at. So if you're vibrating within the fear, within the 3D matrix, you're going to attract more of the fear-based things, the 3D matrix, and more of the suffering. If you're vibrating in love, abundance, compassion, and joy, you're going to call in more of that energy. So it's really a beautiful thing that we have the power to decide. And there, of course, are constructs within our reality that cause some people to suffer more than others. But all of us, every single one, have a choice whether or not we vibrate within the victim mentality or within the rise up and I am going to conquer and survive mentality. And not a survival mentality, but thrive mentality. Like, we can either suffer and do nothing, or we can shift and vibrate higher, is the way I see it. I hope I explained that well. So something else that I did want to mention is that higher vibrational frequencies aren't better. I think I said this before, because better is putting a judgment on it, and judgment is a lower vibrational frequency. So higher vibrational frequencies are just, they're vibrating at a higher frequency. They're moving faster. Let's see what Erica says. Thrive and flow and be like water. Yes. My sun is in Pisces, so I love the analogy of being like water. I really resonate with that. Erica also says, not forcing and making and doing. Yes, just being, flowing, allowing, being an allowance of whatever is coming your way, and knowing that if you're vibrating at a high frequency, good things are coming. So it's all good. You're all good. You're safe. You're good. We Gucci, you know? So higher vibrational frequencies are just moving at a faster pace. So one of my mentors, I talk about mentors all the time because I have a lot, mentioned once that thoughts are vibrating at a high frequency because they're not physical, they're not dense. So when we think something, and especially if we're thinking like a happy thought, that's a very high vibration. So we need to bring our energy to meet that vibration, to call it in. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, the more we can raise our energetic vibration, the better things are going to be. And I know better is a judgment term, but the more joyful, more love-based, more passion, more abundant, more creative. So to me, that's better. To other people, it might not be better, and that's okay. People might be happy within their victim mentality, within their fear-based mentality, and it is what it is. You gotta bless and release it, because if you hold on to that and try to drag them up with you, you're only going to be bringing yourself down. And unfortunately, I know that from experience. So we just got to let go of the people that don't want to rise up. And that doesn't necessarily mean let go and like totally cut them out of your life. It might just mean like let go and accept that they're okay being where they are, being who they are. That's part of their journey. That's part of their unique experience as their ray of light. And it's important to just go on with your unique experience as your unique ray of light and step into your power, your light, and do what is best for you, what you feel best doing. And the world will benefit for it, I promise you. So some terms, I actually went into full-blown channel when I was typing this part up, so I really want to make sure I give this to you verbatim. So, some terms, as we're stepping further and further into the new earth, where there are many more awakened and awakening beings, you'll begin to understand and hear these terms more and more often. And I literally typed out, so we've outlined them for you below. The Palladian Council of Light was coming through with some pinpointed definitions for you. So I'm going to give these to you because it's important. I talk about them. You're going to hear other people talking about them. You're going to begin to probably use them yourself the more you elevate. So light. Light is the core of our being. We are divine light. It's the truth of who we are. Light is your unique vibratory frequency. Everyone is light, but we each vibrate in our own way. So, allowing your vibration to be heard, to be seen, to be felt is really important and empowering. Stepping into and understanding your unique light will really shift a lot of things for you. So I encourage you to explore what your light means to you. Like, what is your light? Our light body is another term. It's the energetic body, our highest vibrating cells. So in higher dimensions, the physical body ceases to exist. And I don't want you to think that, like, all of a sudden that means everybody's gonna die. That's not what I'm saying. Our consciousness remains, and we remain within our light body. So as you raise your vibration, you're leaving the physical, dense body behind. So I don't know if you've noticed in meditation, when you, in meditation, you can go places. That's you traveling within your light body. So your physical body still exists, don't worry, but you're going places within your light body. You're elevating dimensions, elevating frequencies within your light body. So in higher vibrational frequencies, this was channeled, and it says, we no longer fuel ourselves with food. We are living an energetic existence. You have a light body now, but your consciousness is not yet totally aware of it. Or it might be. When you meditate and enter different realities and dimensions, you're traveling within your light body. Astral projection also happens with the light body. Erica says OBE, I believe that's out of body experience. Yeah, you're out of your physical body in your light body. So your energy goes wherever you tell it to, but your physical body is going to stay where your physical body is. So that's why as we elevate, there's more, what is the word I'm looking for? Okay, so God. God is multi-locational, in the traditional sense. And God is with you all the time. Or like even Santa Claus, like we tell kids, you know, like Santa Claus sees you all the time. We're telling all of these kids that Santa Claus is seeing them all the time. So that's because Santa Claus or God or whatever you want to say can bilocate because they're not within a physical body. It's just an energetic body. It's the light body. And the light body can go wherever you tell it to, and it can go in multiple places at once if you intend it to. So let's see what Erica says. There's more available to us as we elevate. Absolutely. And all the existence, all that is. Yes. So there's limitless possibilities for us. And especially when we tap into and use our light body, we can tap into so many different possibilities, different experiences, different energetic experiences, different timelines, different realities, different dimensions. It's incredible what is actually out there the more we elevate our energy. And Erica says, when my dad died, I had visions of limitless expanse. Yes. It's like I was given a glimpse. Beautiful. That is beautiful. And we can tap into that through meditation. And there are actually some different things that help us tap into and recalibrate our energy. And those are light codes and light language. So I'm actually excited to talk about, I'm excited about everything, but I'm really excited to talk about this. So light codes are symbols, energies, and sounds that elevate frequencies to a higher vibration. When visualizing or physically seeing these codes, it awakens and unlocks dormancy within your DNA. This newly awakened DNA recalibrates within you to raise your entire energetic frequency. And I read that verbatim since it was channeled. I thought it was important to use those exact words. But light codes are exactly that. They are codes that awaken our DNA, that recalibrate, that reconfigure so that we can rise up and elevate our energy. And often light codes are given through light language. They are very similar. Light language is the language of the heart. It can't be understood. It can only be felt. And when I say it can't be understood with the mind. Your heart and your energy can understand it. I do. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, that is home. I know that that is home. That's exactly what I felt. So it can be understood, just not with the mind, with the heart. It's not translatable. It's more of a feeling, an emotion, and it's unique to every person. It's always different. Erica says, I thrive and grow and open up on sound. I transmute and generate energy through my voice singing. Erica, that's beautiful. Similar to words and symbols, what? Light language or light codes? I'm happy to answer. Just clarify for me. Erica, I wish you were local. I just had a Sunday devotional, which was a music mantra meditation, where I brought everybody into a very high vibe state and used mantra music and devotional music and encouraged everybody to sing along and allow their vibrations to be heard, and it was so beautiful. I would have loved to have had you. Maybe I'll do something virtual. I don't know if it'll have the same effect, but yeah, you would have loved that. So let me know what you meant to similar to words and symbols. Are you asking about light codes, if they're similar to words and symbols? Light codes are symbols. Mantras, tones that vibrate with the chakras. Oh, mantras are so powerful. And I've also learned that mantras, the way they're chanted, they activate the meridians within the mouth, which actually rewire your thought process in your brain, which is absolutely incredible. So I was talking about light language. It's always different. It's unique to every person. Every person that channels it, from my experience, channels it differently. Erica, I'll hush. No need to hush. I love your interaction. Every person that channels it differently. And it's different for every person it's channeled for. It can be channeled for a collective. It can be channeled for a specific person. It is very, very interesting. When I channel light language, it is very primal, like the divine feminine. And also the Palladian collective comes through. I'm very connected to the Palladian collective. And they come through for activations. And from my experience, the difference between the two light languages that I've channeled so far, the divine feminine, the Adi Shakti, the primal, is slow and flowy. And when the Palladians come through, it's very quick, fast, and kind of just like a quick activation, and then they're out. And they usually, as of right now, are coming through together. So it's pretty cool. Light language will recalibrate your energetic frequency and raise your vibration. So it's pretty incredible what is out there and what's available to us. And as we are elevating, it's so important to become aware that we have the power to elevate. It's a choice to elevate. It's not like all of a sudden somebody wakes up and they're like, I'm in the fifth dimension now, that's it. You constantly choose over and over and over again. And as you are elevating and awakening and ascending, you probably will experience times where you go in and out of the dimensions. Like, you may be vibing in a 5th dimensional frequency, totally love-based, open heart, accepting, compassionate in one moment, and then the next day have a moment of judgment or fear, and that's okay too. It's just really important to be gentle with yourself through the process. And know that there's no right or wrong way to do it. Like, take what resonates for you and leave the rest. If everything I said to you sounds absolutely crazy and you're like, nah, then that's okay too. It's not for you. But this is from my experience. This is the way I have experienced my energetic elevation. This is the way I have experienced light language, light body, light codes, all of it. So I am sharing with you my unique experience, and your experience may be totally different, and that's okay too. Erica says, why is it so strange? Like, I knew this and have known this, like it's not news. Maybe my heart had used different terminology, but I've always known the truth above it all, even as a child. Yes, I believe all of us, it's a reawakening. I feel that, possibly awakening is like a misnomer, I think that's the term, for like a wrongly named thing. It's a reawakening. This is not the first, it's not news to any of us. We all know this at the core of our being. Even the people that aren't ready, they know it to be true. They're just not ready for it. It's not their time to remember this information. Erica says, I just let it be, no terminology. Yeah, you know, terminology is something that is very, I don't want to say it's difficult, because then it's going to be difficult, but it is challenging to find the right terminology when you're talking about higher elevational frequencies and, higher energetic frequencies and the 5th dimension, because a lot of it are just feelings. It's just energy, and words hold a lot of vibration as well. Let's see what Erica says. Sometimes so frustrated and angry when people don't see the big picture of humanity. I feel you. Terminology is like time, human construct. Yes. And words do hold vibration as well. So, that's why sometimes I speak and then I'm like, wait, that's not the word that I meant. Vicky, are you here? I think I just saw your, bubble pop up. It didn't tell me that you're here. If you're here, hello. So yeah, it's important to watch your words, not to be like, not that you need to be walking on pins and needles, but just pay attention to what terms you're using to describe things. How you speak is how you create your reality. Like abracadabra is, as I speak, I create. I believe that's the exact, translation. I could be off a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. It is a construct, but at the same time, those words and intentions hold vibration, and vibration is everything, as we know. So it's important to consciously choose higher vibrational terms, higher vibrational experiences, higher vibrations in general. Choose love, choose love, choose love. The other day I was driving, and what came to me is the term love is louder. So there's a shit ton of fear and hate, which goes back to fear, and judgment, which goes back to fear, and all of that. There's a lot of that out there in the world. And there's a lot of that out there in the world. And if we focus on that and how much there is to overcome, we're gonna feel crappy because there's a lot to overcome. But if you focus on love, and remember that love is louder, we're going to feel good because we're doing our part. We are raising our own individual vibrations, which is helping the world. By working on me, by healing me, by elevating me, I work on, I heal, and I elevate the world. So I want you to remember that, because when we are thinking about the world and bettering society, it can be overwhelming. It can be, Erica says it's overwhelming. All we have control over is our love and light and our choices. Exactly. If we think of the whole, it's like, oh my God, I'm just one little drop in the ocean, how can I change anything? But if you think of just you, all you're responsible for is you. So do your best. Choose your highest vibration. Choose love time and time again. Bye, Erica. So good to have you here. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So just choose love time and time again. It's 4:44 my time, and I love that. Thank you, angels. So just choose love. Choose love. Choose love. Choose love. Love is louder. Love is louder. Love is louder. So that's all I got for you. If you're watching the replay and have any questions, please comment so I can respond to you. Let me know if there's another topic you want me to dive deeper into, and reach out to me. Let's have a conversation about all of these things, because there's no one right way. I mean, my way works for me. My way might work for you. It might not. Let's talk about it. Let's start a conversation about raising our vibration and elevating, and let's just be light. That's it. Connect to your light, shine your light, choose love time and time again. So with that, I'm going to leave you to have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday evening. And thank you. I thank you for sharing the space with me. I thank you for being here. I thank you for choosing love. I thank you for choosing to raise your vibration. I thank you. I see you. I thank you. Peace, love, and light always. Bye-bye, guys.